Hey there. It's Breathe and Bounce. It's Michael with you. And usually we have the intro, but before we do that, I wanted to share something with you. About 1 year ago, June 1st, 2023, this was posted on breatheandbounce.com. Hello and welcome. This is the beginning of something new, something exciting, something challenging. It is a new chapter in my life. If you are looking for all the answers in life, this is not the place. There are no miracles on 34th Street or any other street for that matter here. However, this is a place where we can meet, we can talk, we can plan, we can learn, we can do so much to help ourselves, so much. Breathe and bounce is a metaphor in life. We all must breathe in life. The moment our breath stops, our life stops. This is a fact. However, we can learn to use our breath to get us through the toughest parts of life. We can use it to relax, concentrate, and think. When in yoga, we are always told to go back to the breath. We might lose it for a moment, but we can always find a way to get back to it. We all bounce in life. Sometimes we have positive bounces, sometimes negative. We bounce through life in our thoughts, our emotions, our behavior. If we bounce too much, things can become a challenge. That is the foundation of this. We learn how to breathe through the bounces. We can learn how to breathe and bounce the negative out as well. The title is free for interpretation, but that's what it means to me. For whatever reason you are here, for entertainment, enlightenment, wisdom, hope, care, love, it's all here. My purpose is to help keep you on a path. Don't worry, I'm not an expert. The only knowledge I have is life experiences, and ours may be similar and different. So come here knowing there is openness and no judgments. We all fight the same battle, and the competitor we all have is ourselves. Thank you so much for dropping in. Please join our socials. Stay in tune as big things will be happening here. That was Thursday, January 1st. 2023. And here we are, June 3rd, 2024, and we are still here. Yay!
You are listening to Breathe and Bounce.
That's the way of the world. What you waiting for? She has to be loved. Everybody needs somebody. somebody.
Welcome to Breathe and Bounce this week, and I am very excited that we've been doing this for a year now. We haven't been doing the show for the year, but Breathe and Bounce has been up and running for a year, and we had our first experience a couple weeks ago. We're trying to get experiences 2 and 3 going here. We hit a little bit of a snag with 2, so we're trying to rebound and get back to where we need to be. So there's a lot going on right now, and one of the things about life, that song, "It's the Way of the World." That's the lyric. It's the name of the song is Naive, but the lyric is "It's the way of the world," and it is true. Everything is the way it is in the world. It's very hard to stay focused, to stay aware, and to stay on your path when you have so much going on. And understanding that it's the way of the world might help you stay on that path. But one of the things about the world is the world can find a way to drive you a little mad, a little crazy, and that's never fun. No one likes that. I mean, that's the thing that's so wild is you're walking down the path, you think you got it going on, you're feeling good, sun's out, you're taking a walk, see all the animals, all the ducks are in the pond, squirrels running around, everything's just happy, and then you just happen to see that one person that walks by you that's in a bad mood and just says something nasty to you, and then and then there's just all this other nonsense going on, and the problem with these people, if you're not careful, they'll help you lose something that's very important to have. Very important. I'll let the song speak for itself, and you can guess what that very important thing is.
make myself believe it. This night will never go.
Yeah, you don't want to lose that self-control. You know, that's very important to have self-control. But self-control is not easy to have because, this world pushes you sometimes, right? A lot of things happen. A lot of circumstances happen. Your job, your boss is in your face again. He wants you to work Saturday. Your teacher is telling you to shut up. Your parents are telling you you need to get a future. Those people driving next to you, it's hard. It's hard to hold it together sometimes, There's just so much happening in life. There's so many things being thrown at you all at once. And, we try to preach the philosophy of living moment to moment here. But for some people, that is not easy. It is not easy to live moment by moment. It is easy to be in the situation you're in and react to it. And reactions are never a good thing because when you're reacting, the definition of a reaction. And let's take a look at what that is. The definition of reaction. An action performed or feeling experienced in response to a situation or event. It's just, it's what you're doing to, it's what you're doing to respond. It's a response, but it's not really a response. It's more like, okay, it's the easy thing for me to do, so I'm going to do it, and that's the problem is we don't think about that. Time does not slow for us to not have a reaction sometimes. And then what happens is people just get us really angry. People get us mad. And then we just end up not only losing self-control, we just lose control altogether. And it's not good. It's like your mind is like an EDM song, right? It starts off very, peaceful, just a little beat. And then as soon as the drop hits, see, this is like what happens after you've already gotten upset. And you're trying to calm down, you're trying to cool down, you're trying to find a way just to get back to normal. And then what happens? Someone starts messing with you again. You're getting phone calls from the ex. You're getting phone calls from your mother-in-law, and you're about ready to just lose your mind. And then what happens? What happens? Just like in an EDM song, here comes the drop. Here comes your drop. Wait for it. It's coming. See, this is you trying not to lose control. But you're struggling. Because you still got the beat going on in your head. And here it comes. and there's a drop. And you're like, uh-oh. And then, who knows? Maybe you'll yell. Maybe you'll scream. Maybe you'll hit someone. Maybe you'll throw something across the room. Maybe you'll say things that you'll regret. And that's not cool, man. You don't want to do that. Because sometimes you can't take those things back. And you're hearing that from somebody that knows from experience. I can tell you 100% that that is all true. Because I've been there. I've done it countless amounts of times in my life. I can't even begin to tell you the damage that I have done because I couldn't find that pause. I couldn't find that chance. I couldn't find the time to slow down. You know? And that made everything just very tough. And you know, it's just the next thing you know, once it's all over with, once you have your breakdown, then you're feeling kind of like blah. And then you start feeling really bad about yourself.
I don't live in California, I'll inform you that's not where I reside. I'm just a tenant paying rent inside this body and I got two windows and those windows, well I call them my eyes. I'm just going where the wind blows, I don't get to decide. Sometimes I think too much, yeah I get so caught up. I'm always stuck in my head. I wish I could escape, I tried to yesterday. Took all the sheets off my bed. Then I tied up my linen with 5 strips of ribbon I found. Scaled the side of the building, I ran to the hill so they found me. And they put me back in my cell, all by myself, alone with my thoughts again. Guess my mind is a prison and I'm never gonna get out. So they tranquilized me, analyzed me, threw me back in my cage. Then they tied me to an ivy, told me I was insane. I'm a prisoner, a visitor inside of my brain. And no matter what I do, they try to keep me in chains. Sometimes I think too much, yeah I get so caught up. I'm always stuck in my head. I wish I could escape, I tried to yesterday. Took all the sheets off my bed. Then I tied up my linen with 5 strips of ribbon I found. Scaled the side of the building, I ran to the hill so they found me. And they put me back in my cell, all by myself, alone with my thoughts again. Guess my mind is a prison and I'm never gonna get out. Said even if it's true, no matter what I do, I'm never gonna escape. I won't give up on hope, secure another rope and try for another day. Said even if it's true, no matter what I do, I'm never gonna escape. I won't give up on hope, secure another rope and try for another day. Then I tied up my linen with 5 strips of ribbon I found. Scaled the side of the building, I ran to the hill so they found me. And they put me back in my cell, all by myself, alone with my thoughts again. Guess my mind is a prison and I'm never gonna get out.
Yes, you start to live in the prison that's known as your mind. And the problem is you have basically built it that way in some regards. Now, some of us, like me, have mental disorders that make it even more difficult. I mean, ADHD is a problem, bipolar is a problem, BPD is a problem, schizophrenia is a problem, PTSD is a problem. I wanted to make sure I got that out right. And it's just, it's hard. It's hard for us to find a way to find the light. The light bulbs don't always go off, especially when you are going through a situation where you don't feel you have the time to respond, all these things get in the way. Pride gets in the way. Anger gets in the way. Hopelessness gets in the way. There are so many things that can get in the way of you just pausing and finding that light. Because it's hard. When things happen in real time, it is so hard to just, it's so hard just to, slow it down. Like I said, you can't slow down time. No matter how hard you try, you cannot slow it down. Time runs at the same rate. You're going to have 60 seconds in every minute. You're going to have 60 minutes in every hour. And you're going to have 24 hours in every day and 365 days in every year. There is no getting around it. There is no slowing down the time. But what you can do is you can pick your moments. You can pick your moments and decide what to do in that particular moment. If you have to take a pause, you may not be able to stop time. You may not be able to stop the situation. But the cool thing is, if you really practice at it and if you really work hard at it, you can stop yourself. And it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. And the question you have to ask yourself is am I willing to take this journey? Am I willing to take this path? Am I willing to find ways to stop myself dead in my tracks when I am going the wrong way? I had the biggest problem with it, and lately I feel like I've had the power all along. I just didn't know how to use it. I didn't know how to unlock it. I didn't have the cheat code. I didn't have the level up. I didn't get the mushroom. I didn't get the power pellet. I didn't get the Triforce. I just have been searching for the answer when the answer was with me the whole time. And one of the things about yoga practice is that's kind of some of the things you learn is you don't know the answers, but they come to you. They come to you as you're working on your mat, as your mat is a metaphor in life. As you're working through life, the answers come to you. You just have to dig in. You have to go deep. You have to just abandon any kind of barrier that is going to stop you from getting to that positive space. That is what needs to happen. If that doesn't happen, if you're not willing to do the work, if you're not willing to, do what needs to be done, then I don't know what to say. Nothing good comes without work. Yeah. Candy gets passed out on Halloween for trick or treat. So I guess you don't have to work, but you do have to work for that. Because if you do, you have to walk to the house and ring the bell. And ringing the bell of a house that looks kind of scary is scary. And that takes a lot of work. You have to push past yourself and push past your fears to ring that doorbell maybe, right? It's like, when you're a kid and you have that grouchy old man that lives 3 doors down. And here you are trick-or-treating and you're going to go up to his door, but you don't know if you want to because he's always such a sourpuss. But then you do it. And then he opens the door and he's got a big smile on his face and he gives you a nice big $100,000 bar. Isn't that great? That's what it is. You have to just take the risks. You have to take the risks that are worth rewards. And sometimes shutting down is worth it. Maybe you might make someone feel disrespected. Maybe you might hurt somebody's feelings. Maybe you might make them feel like they're invalid if you have to shut down. And shutting down can look a lot of different ways. It can look with you just not saying anything back and staying silent. It can work with you walking out of the room. It can work with just doing nothing, like I said. And maybe that's sometimes what needs to happen. Maybe that person who's giving you a hard time needs a moment of their own. That's the thing that about all of this is learning how to pick the spot, learning when the fight is worth it, learning all of that. That's all part of control. And you may not feel like you have that power, but if you practice it and if you find ways to slow down yourself and learning how to breathe, once again, it's that whole breath thing we keep talking about on the show, that breath thing. Learning ways to use your breath in a productive manner can help you through life. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I'll give you guys a glimpse into my own struggles with this self-control nonsense and all this other stuff when we get back here. But I just wanted to let you know, it is 1 year. Breathe and Bounce has been in business for 1 year. We busted out the first experience, the arrival, a couple weeks ago in Bartlett, Illinois, and we are not going to stop. We are looking to do more experiences as well as putting together our first workshop. And the workshop is going to be centered towards men. So we're going to have a nice conversation and we're going to talk about some things. And some men are going to have to learn yoga. Oh, yeah. You may not want to do that, but you're going to because it's good for you. And you're going to drink lemonade, too. No, I don't know about the lemonade part, but we're going to be doing all this stuff. This is all stuff coming up because year 2 is when I wanted to start making changes on the street. And I am going to make changes on the street. I'm going to do some really cool stuff. And I hope you all come along for the ride because it is going to be fantastic. If you want to get more information and want to learn how maybe you can get involved and maybe you can even help out and volunteer, it's www.breathen, the letter N, and bounce, breathenbounce.com. And you can just go on the socials and you can contact me through those. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back here in just a little bit.
Trust the process. Trust yourself. You're tuned in to Breathe and Bounce.
Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, madman drums, bummers, Indians in the summer with the teenage diplomat. In the dumps with the monks as the adolescent bumps his way into his hair. With a boulder on my shoulder, feeling kind of older, I trip and merry-go-round. With his very unpleasing sneezing and wheezing, the calliope crashed to the ground. Well, she was blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche. Some silicone sister with a manager, mister, told me I got what it takes. She said I'll turn you on, son, into something strong. Play the song with the funky break. And go-kart Mozart was checking out the weather chart, see if it was safe outside. And little early birdie came by in his curly whirly and asked me if I needed a ride. Asked me if I needed a ride. Well, she was blinded by the lights, wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. Blinded by the light, she got down, but she never got tight. She's gonna make it to the night. She's gonna make it through the night. douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the lights. She got down, but she never got tight. She's gonna make it through the night.
I thought I would give you guys a long one to start off the second part of the show because that song is awesome. And no one will ever tell me different because that song is amazing. So, I told you that I would talk to you a little bit about the journey I'm going through with all of this, and I will tell you this much. Being 48 years old now, I can tell you that the majority of my life I spent losing control, reacting, not responding, not listening to respond. I didn't really pay attention. But when you start hunkering down on that pillow, when your butt hits that meditation pillow and you sit down and you just follow your breath, and then you start to notice how difficult it is to meditate because you have thought after thought after thought coming into you, and then you want to react to all those thoughts. It shows you something, humanizes you a little bit, tells you, you got work to do here, mister. So that's what I did. I just kept working, and I kept working, and I kept working, and I just kept working. And one of the things, to be honest with you, that I've been finding is making it easier for me to control myself is the self-love I give myself. The respect that I'm giving myself. Every night, I have a picture of myself when I was like in first grade. And I talk to that picture every day before I go to bed at night. I tell little Mike about the day I had, about how everything went. And then I usually snuggle into my bed. Woodstock the cat jumps up next to me, headbutts my hand, so I pet Woodstock before I go to sleep. Just keeps headbutting my hand. And then I go to bed. And to get there was very tough because I think a lot of it is we don't have the faith in ourselves that we can control ourselves sometimes because we just feel that we have a belief system, that we grew up, that basically society, whether that means your peers, your parents, kind of instilled you with. And the belief system that I was instilled with was I'm hyper, I'm angry, I'll walk in razor blade, I'm defensive, and I was told this by a lot of people when I was a kid. So the damage that happened is I took that on throughout my life. And then I felt like, I don't want to say, I was damaged, but I kind of was. And a little bit I was. And the way to start growth is finding a way to rewire that belief system of yours. I've found people who are more positive, who are encouraging, and the thing about that is sometimes my stuff comes up. I start doubting that it's actually happening. I doubt that these people actually like me. I doubt that these people think that I'm, good enough. And I lived in a 30-year relationship where I felt the person I was with didn't think I was good enough. And that had disastrous consequences, let me tell you. So now I'm starting to learn how to like myself, and it's turning into a love. And when you love yourself, it is easier to control yourself because you can say to yourself, stop it, stop that BS right now. And you're kind of listen because you respect yourself enough to listen. And I think that's one of the keys of the kingdom. Now, I'm not saying you have to be normal. I'm not saying that you have to heal yourself like in one day. But what I am saying is it's okay. You practice because life is a practice. I've said it over and over again. It is a practice. And, you know, a lot of us, we grow up with these disorders that we eventually end up getting inflicted with somewhere along the way from our childhood to our teenage to our adult years. Maybe we're just born with it, but you know what? It's okay to not be okay. It's okay. Just be you. That's the most important thing, is just to be you. And no one can take that away from you. Own yourself. And no one will be able to take it away.
Feeling like a drop in the ocean that don't nobody notice. Maybe it's all just in your head. Feeling like you're trapped in your own skin, and now your body's frozen. Broken down, you've got nothing left. When you're high on emotion and you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray. Don't get lost in the moment or give up when you're closest. All you need is somebody to say it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. When you're down and you feel ashamed, it's okay not to be okay. Feeling like your life's an illusion, and lately you're secluded, thinking you'll never get your chance. Feeling like you got no solution. It's only 'cause you're human. No control, it's out of your hands. When you're high on emotion and you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray. Don't get lost in the moment or give up when you're closest. All you need is somebody to say it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. When you're down and you feel ashamed, it's okay not to be okay. When you're high on emotion and you're losing your focus and you feel too exhausted to pray. Don't get lost in the moment or give up when you're closest. All you need is somebody to say it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. When you're down and you feel ashamed, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay.
Yeah, just remember that. It's okay to not be okay. You don't have to be, you know? What you have to be is okay for yourself. You have to look yourself in the mirror and be okay with what you see back. And if you don't feel okay with what you see back, then ask yourself, what can I do? Someone, I watched this in a video. They said every morning you get to choose who you want to be, who you get to be. I don't remember it. I'll have to bring it back. I do realize something. I said we were going to talk about the 8 limbs of yoga, and I forgot that I said that. So I think we're going to do that next week. We're going to talk about the 8 limbs of yoga next week, and maybe I'll get a guest on to talk about that who knows a lot about that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the ADHD going whoop. Anyway, the only thing that you can do with control is you got to learn how to take the power back, man. You got to learn how to just not worry. You just live moment by moment. We've talked about it on the show thousands of times. Just live moment by moment. It's something that I learned over at the temple by Bhante. And he's absolutely right. If you can learn how to just take one moment and then move on to the next and understand that nothing that you're going through is going to last forever. It might seem like it's going to last for a long time, but you're going to get out of it eventually. Then you just go with it. It's time for you just to figure out a way to take it back. Take back everything. Take back your destiny. Take back your thoughts, your reactions. Take back your glory. Take back your victories. Take back your defeats. Take it all back. It's all yours. No one can take any of it away from you. It's your experience. It's your life experience. And just learn how to mold yourself and grow around it. And you're going to be okay. I promise you.
Her love rains down on me, easy as a breeze. I listen to her breathing. It sounds like the waves on the sea. I was thinking all about her, burning with rage and desire. We were spinning into darkness.
That's right. Take it all back. It all belongs to you, your life experience. No one can take any of that away from you. No one can take your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. No one can take any of it away from you. You're in control. Start owning it. Start knowing it. Start believing it. Start knowing that you are in the driver's seat. And find that confidence. Find it because it's there. It's inside of you. Why don't we do a little meditation before we get out of here, huh? Okay. Go ahead and find a nice spot. Be comfortable and close your eyes. And then just breathe. And just notice you're breathing. The noise in the background, just noise. Use it to help you find your breath and to go in deep. And ask yourself, what can I do to keep control? ahead and start to wiggle your fingers and find feeling. Flutter your eyes open. And welcome back. Just remember that you hold the keys to the kingdom. At the end of the day, everything has to be your responsibility. And you need to start taking that responsibility seriously, as I am taking it seriously. I'm not making excuses anymore. I'm tired of that crap. Anyway, I want to say thank you so much for listening to the show today. Remember, if you want to find out more information about Breathe and Bounce, you can do so by going to the website breatheandbounce.com. That's breathe, the letter N, and bounce.com. We will be bringing the Gratitude Chronicles back. I'm going to bring them back this Wednesday. I don't know what I'm going to write about yet, but I'm going to write about something cool. So you don't want to miss that. I want to thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for your support. And here's to another year of breathing and bouncing. May your breath take you places that your mind cannot. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste.